Hello, good morning and welcome to Christmas Eve. I say this every year, but this is my favourite time of the year. My favourite moment just before Christmas has become damned near sacred to me. It's certainly become a bit of a tradition to record this moment and share it with you. And I'm always so grateful for it. It's a time when I become aware of life slowing down. Work is being put away until the new year, sort of. Other things are coming out, things like baked goods and treats like Lebkuchen and movies that we watch together. Family are arriving, games are being played, and I find myself grateful for this ability to look forward with something akin to hope, and look back on the year that's just gone. And this year I'm trying something a bit different. Rather than getting up early and recording at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning, I am instead recording now at around about 1-2 o'clock in the morning, having stayed up from the night before. My brother-in-law's just gone to bed. We just finished watching with the family Die Hard, because the in-laws are here as well, which is, Die Hard is of course a Christmas movie. Then we watched a documentary together, he and I, and then stayed up discussing systems management in IT companies, putting the world to rights, before he finally hit the hay. And I realised I was in that moment. I was in Christmas Eve, and I simply had to pop the camera on a tripod and capture this. So we'll see how this one goes this year. And this year I really want to just reflect a little bit on the build-up to Christmas. This month has been very busy, and it's been filled with actually unexpected moments of security. In fact, little bits of extra income coming in, and people being very kind, and that's only added to that growing sense that Christmas is arriving. The end of the year is approaching, and I really wanted to share with you my joy at the beginning of December in sharing with my goddaughter a little bit of Zelda. Now, she is at the beginning of high school. She's been getting into Zelda for a while now. She loved Breath of the Wild, jumped all over Tears of the Kingdom, and it's amazing to see this young woman discovering her love of The Legend of Zelda, and to be able to support her in that has been a genuine delight and actually a privilege, like an elder nerd welcoming a new generation. And with that in mind, I decided to make for her a little care package. Now this is my Game Boy, my original. This is actually from 1989, I think. Yep, 1989. And you'll notice that I drew all over it in permanent marker, like a quasi-cow pattern. Now, this Game Boy actually has a broken screen. I need to possibly replace it, maybe with a backlit screen at some point. That'd be amazing. But I realised that this was my first experience of Zelda, and I wanted to give her the opportunity to experience it as well. She was talking about how she wanted to maybe play it on the Switch. You can download Zelda DX and play it HD on the TV screen. And I said, well, tell you what, I've got an idea. And so I just popped over one afternoon with a Tupperware box, not unlike this one. This is where I keep my Game Boy games. And a red Game Boy, which actually was my brother's. And years ago, its screen cover came off, and I think he must have tried to glue it back on again with a a glue that was possibly very liberally applied, because it misted up the corner of the cover. Oh, actually, here it is. This is it. So you can see this there. It misted up the bottom corner there, that misty bit there. And the Game Boy, even though the screen worked, was sort of unpleasant to play. It wasn't unusable, but it was very unpleasant. I didn't want to give her that. So actually what I did was I prized off it's called a lens, oddly enough, the lens for the screen off my Game Boy, off this one, replaced it on the red one, and ordered this replacement lens off eBay for like £2.50. Packed it in that Tupperware box with obviously some batteries, a copy of The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, my first Zelda game. Actually, one of the first videos I made on this channel was about precisely Link's Awakening on Game Boy. I packed in a copy of Kirby's Dream Land, which was my first Game Boy game, and also included the original instructions, the instruction booklet for Link's Awakening, and drove straight over. I just went, right, I've got this thing for you, I'm going to drop it off. And in the words of her mum, she's never seen her grin so much in recent months, because she's going through a deliberate sort of self-professed emo phase, which Mrs. Soup, my wife, finds kind of adorable, but also she very much respects it, and so do I. I respect the urge to be a bit goth, a bit emo, but apparently she just couldn't help but grin from ear to ear when I left. She was just like, oh, this is amazing. And in turn, of course, I was grinning from ear to ear all the way home, just knowing that gift was within my gift to give. I had this experience that I had treasured, and that now I could share with a loved one, with someone who I'm so pleased to see is genuinely relishing in a way that I recognise. I remember being that excited about new Zelda games, and also as well, there are things that she's going to have to experience with this that you sort of forget. First of all, the need for earphones, because the bleeps and bloops from the Game Boy will probably drive her parents mad. The contrast slider on the Game Boy, just to make sure that you can actually see the screen. The fact that it's not backlit, the fact that she has to play in a lit room or in daylight. These are things that come with that experience, that authentic Link's Awakening Zelda Game Boy experience that I've been able to give to her. And that wasn't even her Christmas present. Her Christmas present, she knows this, because on that day I actually brought over some of my Zelda art books, because she was really loving the fact that she had a copy of the Hyrule Historia. She'd come across it in town, and I was like, oh, well, you need to get the other two, don't you? She was like, there's more. So I brought over my favourite is the Art and Artifacts book, and I sort of said, tell you what, shall we get you this for Christmas? And she was like, yeah, go on then. So we did. We ordered a copy. It arrived on time, even though it's out of print, and that's now under the tree for her. She knows, and there's another element to it that she doesn't know about. So it's been wonderful, and that's fantastic. And as ever, I find myself thinking, I don't really need anything for Christmas. This year, one of my goals is to really give myself time to dive into the Hayao Miyazaki manga of Nausicaa, Valley of the Wind. I've been looking at that now for months, and I keep on finding reasons not. I'm too busy. But I just deserve it. I do. I deserve the diving in, that experience. And so I don't need presents. I just need to know that other people are happy, that I can deliver happiness and moments of contentment into their lives, and to find those moments as much as I can for myself as well. That is so important. And on that note, one of the things that I'm doing this year for Christmas for Mrs. Soup involves this keyring. Now this this keyring is just a Lego piece on a keyring, and I've talked about this on a recent Twitch stream. But I'll give her this. I'll have one as well, and together they click to become a little heart, which is kind of adorable. So this has cost pennies, but it's going to be a moment where we both go, could be, we joke about moments of really ridiculous saccharine love, because we do love each other that much. But little things like this are just they're also kind of funny, and again inexpensive. In a year when cost of living has been an issue, income has been a problem, and stress about that stuff has been very real. Again, just being able to find moments like that and look forward to them is exactly what this is about, exactly what I love about Christmas Eve. I just do. It's the anticipation before the food and the gift giving and then sort of the post gift giving enjoyment, and a sort of analysis of, did people like the presents, that kind of thing. Before all of that is truly special. It's crackling, it has a tension and a magic all of its own, and I love sharing it with you guys. So here's to Christmas Eve and moments like this, when we're invited to reflect on what's important, to find moments that we can treasure and cherish and deliver to each other that are more important than almost anything else. In fact, this is what life should be about: finding these moments and sharing them with others. And so as we face the end of the year, whether you celebrate Christmas per se or not, this is a time of year when we are invited to look back and look forward, and maybe carry a bit of this hope, a bit of this renewed humanity into the future. And so for my part, I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to also carry a bit of confidence in that. Try and let go of some of the doubt and the self-doubt, and bask in what's important and what's crucial. And this is important. This is crucial. And so thank you for being here. Yeah. Until next time, guys, do take care. Bye-bye.